Armada Super-Con Blurr was released in the third wave of Armada toys in 2002, loosely based off of a Celine S7 supercar. In Japan, it was named Silverbolt and released in a much brighter gray, blue, and yellow instead of the black wash on the sides and a blood red windshield. It would be later released at Toys R Us in the US with additional random minicon from the Destruction Team, Bassa, Dualor, or Drillbit. In Japan, it would be released in a multi-pack with the Street Speed minicon team. It would be redecoed in red and black for the Universe line in 2008 as Swerve. It would also see a retool for the Cybertron Galaxy Force line before this, which would get its share of releases. Join me today as I take a look at Armada Blurr. Hello, Collector's Corner here. Today we'll be taking a look at Armada Super-Con or MaxCon, can't remember, Blurr. I think it's Super-Con. Here he is in his very nice sports car mode. You get a picture of what he's supposed to be, right around there. In the case, very nice sports car. His headlights done in nice yellow plastic, translucent yellow, with molded headlights in there, even. Got the, what's supposed to be a grille, I guess. The stripes done in blue. They're also raised a little, so you can feel them. Nice 3-spoke silver rims. Not much in the way of paint in this mode. It's great. Get a black wash underneath. But yeah, that's about it. He does, in fact, roll. Not at this surface, but it does roll. Does spin freely, nicely and freely. Comparison is with all the current Armada guys. Still waiting for him. They look okay together. He's a bit longer than Hotshot, just a tiny bit. And a bit longer than Rampage and Wheeljack. Yeah. Here he is with the original Deluxe Optimus Prime. Very nice. Here he is with the original Armada Red Alert. He's quite a bit beefier, as you can see. Here he is with the Super Base Optimus Prime. Much smaller. The new Legacy version, still really nice, and a bit bigger, still. Finally, here he is with our current Armada Red Alert. He's a bit larger than the current Armada Red Alert, but he still looks pretty nice. For accessories, he gets 2 missiles, 2 launchers. They're minicon activated. Plug minicon in there. The missile fires. We'll see that in a bit. Done in a yellow missile, gray and blue. And he gets his buddy Incinerator. Sort of a dragster type of car. Nice yellow orangey spoiler. Yeah, he does have a whole body visual there. Anyway, transform him. Well, we don't want to transform him yet. He still has things to do for this mode. For Blurr, if you insert Mr. Incinerator, and unlike other Armada toys which could use any minicon around to activate their features, Blurr can only use Incinerator because he's the only one with a long enough nose to reach all the way in there and activate the switch. So
plug in incinerator, and yeah, you activate his flight mode. Ways like this reminds me of Mask quite a bit. I like the flight mode. The wings are not specifically very long, but hey, it kind of works. It does get some fan detailing inside. Not much else. They're kind of dark blue, shiny. You can insert the missiles using that port, kind of shallow port, but it does work, into that shallow peg, like so, and like so. There he is. Like what, he does get a couple of thrusters there, and thrusters in the back. But yeah, he can do the flying thing. Very nice. And yet you can put him back in his car mode with some missiles there, launchers. Yes, again, big thrusters. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I like the flying thing going on. Well, one of the reasons he's one of my favorites from Armada. Anyway, fire the missile. Want to click firebot to the minicon port there. Plug it in, and I believe you pull forward, push forward. Oh, no, back. What is it? No, it is forward. You need to push forward.
Collector's Corner from the future here. I'll spare you all the struggling I did with this missile because it didn't want to launch. Eventually, I got it to just sort of plop out, but not really launch. So now we'll cut straight to me showing you the missile. And if you want to see the whole struggle, you can follow us on Patreon for that. Thank you. Now back to the review.
Nope. Ah, it let it go finally. Well, you're seeing this with me. Interesting. Okay, that works. Ah, finally! In any case, finally decided to shoot. It's not easy to make it shoot. I don't know why it's so hard. In any case, here's a missile. Yellow missile. Not much to look at. Let's see if I can do this again. Okay. Yeah, it's super hard. Yeah, well, it's super hard to get to fire, sorry. But you know, you get the point. In any case, let's move on to transformation. From his jet mode, you wanna separate the hood. You wanna come down, pull back his wings, pull out his legs, flip down these panels, front, pull his whole back out. Push his arms out, and he's very tight now. Down, and open, and open. Like that. And you want to pull his legs down, right down, pull them down, flip his feet, flip his heels, flip his feet, flip his heels, flip down his crotch plate, down his arms, shoulder pads, and there. There you have Blurr with his big cape going on there. In his robot mode. You can look at him. His head. He's got a nice, very nice head. Very race car drivery. Lots of light piping done in yellow. He does have some exhaust pipes on the side of his head. Why is his head so tight? Nice detailing in his shoulders. It's got a Not logo sculpted in, done in red. A couple of buttons. Red shins. Not much. Articulation wise, if I can get his head to move, it does move side to side. Oh, it's very tight on mine. Shoulders can move forward due to transmission. Can move slightly up at the shoulder. Can move up at the inner hinge there. Does have no bicep sole. He does get a double jointed elbow, full range of motion, which is nice. Nothing in the hands, it's just opened and sculpted like that. His legs can move out, not that far. If you move the skirt out, he can move up, that's how it works. Can move out. He does have a thigh swivel, shockingly enough, which also doubles as his knee because he has no other knee. But with a backpack here, you can bend the knee at that point, rotate, and his toes, they can point down, his heels can point down, and that's it. Yeah, this early Armada, I don't expect a lot. Yeah, the cape here, the backpack is really huge and unwieldy. It doesn't tab anywhere, it just sits there. You can, in fact, activate the flight mode and give him more of a swooping cape. And you can give him his guns in this mode. This large peg there, very shallow but large, goes into the ports on his hands. You can't hold him like guns, though he can't actually hold him in his hands. But you can't do that. Bang bang. For Incinerator, it's very back heavy. For Incinerator, it's very simple. You wanna flip out his legs, straighten them out, and untab and peg his hand from his other hand, his large front section. Fold it down like so, and fold down his arm. And there is Incinerator. He's got a large car front for an arm, and the other arm is actually sculpted as an arm. It does get a nice Move him away from here. Visor dead. Why won't you focus on him? He does get the sculpted minicon symbol in his chest. Right there. Very, very small. His head. Belly button minigun port there. There you go. Yellow spoiler in the back. Articulation, nothing at the head. The arm can rotate. This one can rotate. They are sort of connected together, so when you rotate one, it rotate the other one. But you can hold one and just rotate the other one. This side, rotate. His really large car front is on a ball joint. You can also rotate like a wrist. Legs can move forward. This is very willy. They can move back all the way. Can't go out. They can't bend at the knee. Full range of motion there. Yeah, it's a teeny tiny little firebot. And it's hard to stand because it's very front heavy with his really large car front. There. There is Incinerator. In his royal. For comparison, oh come on! Why does everybody just fall off? There we are. For comparison, here he is with the current Armada guys. He's not that much taller. He's actually shorter than these guys. Somehow. Here's with Rampage or Wheeljack again. Shorter than Wheeljack at 10 somehow. Here he is with the original Optimus Prime, Deluxe class of Super-Con. Here he is with Ratchet. Red Alert. Yeah, he's very, very tall. Here he is with a new Red Alert. He's a bit shorter. Not by much. Here he is with the original Super Base Optimus Prime again. Quite a bit taller than him. And last but not least, with the new Legacy Optimus Prime, also a bit taller. Well, no, he's a pretty good figure. I like him. He's still kind of fun. I like the flying car mode. I mean, that's what we're here, right? We're here for the flying car mode because that's the only thing he really does. His head is very nice, very race car drivery. So yeah, I like him. If you can find him, he's kind of fun. Don't expect the missiles to fire though. Apparently they're very, very tight now after 23 years or so. So yeah, that's it for Armada Super-Con Blurr. And hope you like this. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye. Yeah, it's super hard.